Hey everybody, it's David Pingree. We're out here at Glen Helen Raceway today for another Garage in Stock project. And today we've got something really cool, very unique. It's a TM 144. Now we rode this bike last year, the 2016 version of it, and I really liked it. Lots of power, handled really well. So I wanted to take a 2017, build a project out of it. Ralph from TM here in the US, the distributor, gave us a big hand this year, helping getting this thing put together. It's got some unique parts, some stuff that you don't normally see on some of the Japanese and Austrian models. So I'm really excited to see how this thing works. Basically, the whole engine is stock. The porting on the cylinder and all that stuff is really good from the factory. He just puts a different head on it. It's a VHM head that they have a certain volume and squish that works really well for this bike. These engines are really popular and successful in the karting world. So it's kind of based off some of that theory and technology, and anxious to see how that works. It's also paired with a Pro Circuit exhaust system. They had it down at Pro Circuit. It's got the custom carbon silencer and platinum pipe. So I think it should be a really fun power plant. This bike last year had just a lot more torque than your standard 125. So it would get out of the turns really quick and then just kept pulling to the moon. Really fun power plant. The suspension's pretty unique. So it's KYB forks with a shock that TM builds themselves. It's their own shock system and setup, and anxious to see how that works. It's valved by a company here out of Marietta that we've never used before. So it's called Laner Suspension. We're anxious to try that out. Something new for us. Renthal was involved with the handlebars and grips. We've got Pro X chain and sprocket. The wheels are really cool on this project too. I think they turned out great. It's a Faster USA wheel set. So we picked the color, obviously the black rims, red hubs, and red nipples. I think it really complements the bike, looks great. And we put Galfer rotors on that and steel braided brake lines. Those are really quality components. So the wheel set and brake system on this is awesome. It comes with a nice Brembo. This is an upgraded option, a Brembo Master cylinder on this. Comes with a Brembo hydraulic clutch, so it comes with some really good parts and products. The V-Force Tassinary reed block comes standard on this thing as well. We matched it up with some Dunlop tires, and a company called Thunder Designs built the graphics for us. Motoseat did the seat. We're just excited to get this thing out and try it out, so let's take it on the track. All right, we're back. We're dirty and tired, and I've got a Spider energy drink that the TM guys brought out for me to try. It's not bad. I feel like I'm on the Supercross podium over here. Impressions on this machine. There is such a big difference between a 125 and a 144. Those little bit of cubic centimeters make all the difference in terms of torque and rideability. You know, this typically a 125, if you haven't ridden one in a while, it's just so hard to get it out of a turn. You've got to rev the lights out of the thing. You don't really have to do that so much with this. It's got enough torque to kind of pick up out of the turns. You give it a little couple taps of the clutch and you're going. It's really fun. And then the meat of the power is in the middle. This thing pulls like crazy up the hill. You know, right as you're exiting a turn, when it really gets into the range of the power, it goes. It's super fun. And then it doesn't really go flat on top, but you can tell the meat of the horsepower is right in the middle. So really fun to ride. And this cylinder is stock, completely stock. So we're going to talk to Mitch and see if he can maybe grab a hold of that thing and do a little more work on it, and we might revisit it with a video down the road. But really fun bike to ride. If you're thinking about getting a 124, 125, I would suggest looking at a 144. Anyway, suspension was a little firm for me when we first went out. This stuff doesn't have any time on it really, so we put a bunch of laps on it. I opened up the compression, 4 in the back, 8 in the front, and I found a nice balance. Things started to work really well for me. And it's choppy out here today, so it was, I mean, it's a good test for it. And I really like it. I was happy with it. So, you know, I'd never heard of this company out of Southern California here, but they've done a great job with us, with this stuff for us. So thanks to those guys and kudos. The tires and wheels, you know, I know I'd like the Dunlop tires. The MX3S is the tire I really prefer to ride with around Southern California. It just works well everywhere. And mounted it to this wheel set, which I really, really like. The guys at Faster USA do a great job. Really, really quality stuff. And I think it looks great. And the Galfer rotors with the steel braided line, so much power in the front. If you've never tried a steel braided front line, I recommend it. You know, most bikes are coming with an oversized front rotor, so you know, the oversized front rotor, you don't notice so much anymore, but that braided line just eliminates a lot of the flex and sponginess you get on a standard line. So Galfer did an awesome job with that thing, works great. And everything else I really like. You know, the bike's comfortable. Sometimes you get on, you know, like these kind of handmade bikes and they feel different. And this one really doesn't. It feels really comfortable. You get on, it handles well. The engine's fun, tons of power. So TM is very successful, like I mentioned, in the karting world. So they've got a pedigree of being, you know, making fast engines, and they've put it into a really good chassis. It works, it's functional, and I think it's pretty cool looking. You know, some of the little parts and pieces, the side covers with the fins, that's all available through TM. You can go to tmracing-usa.com, and all this stuff's available to purchase. So if you want to have a unique bike that no one else on your block has, this is the one. Very, very fun to ride. And I'm going to finish getting cracked out on this Spider here and enjoy my afternoon. Thanks for watching.